to the vlog. Although sometimes it reads a little younger than I anticipated. I thought that, and it is adult, but there are some concepts, some terms in here that just seem like they're more suited to a younger reader. And then I do have some issues with certain things just being kind of glossed over or really just kind of forgotten about, like kind of bigger issues or things that I would think that he would have addressed, that he didn't, at least not yet. But other than that, I think, the concept is good. The characters I like. I think I like the supporting characters more than the main character. I like her. She's okay. I like the supporting characters better. And I feel like the things that he's done to make the supporting characters interesting, he should have done for the main character, because she just feels like she's falling a little bit too flat for me. We'll see. It could change. I mean, I'm, halfway, a little over. So I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and I feel like a lot of my initial thoughts, reactions are holding true. So I'm kind of feeling a little disappointed. I just wanted a little bit more from this. Characters are fun, like I said, but I feel like they're very shallow level, like what you see is what you get. They're sometimes I just like a little bit more depth, especially in a sci-fi. And maybe that's because I'm comparing it to the Sun Eater series, where there's layers and layers of subtext, and the characters are like intricate and deep, and there's just so much more to them, where these are not. I feel like I'm watching a children's cartoon, and maybe that's just the way this author writes. I don't know. I just was hoping for more. A prime example is the fact that the aliens in this are called jellies and nightmares, which is cute. But I don't really want cute in my sci-fi. It's me. So one thing that this book does really good, one aspect that I really enjoy, is the ship minds. I love the banter between them, the sarcasm, and the whole idea of them. The fact that they were once human beings and that their minds were, the humans chose, and their minds were removed from their bodies and put through, a rigorous program in order to become these like central hubs within the ships that they run the show. They do everything behind the scenes, and they have personalities, and that's really fun. That's been really fun to explore this one particular ship's mind in the story and the interaction that it has with the main character. So that is one part of the story that I really do like. So I finished the book, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I really liked it. I ended up giving it 3 stars. It really has some good messages within it. It talks a lot about the value of life, rebuilding over destruction, important themes about humanity and the need for us to, work together and build a brighter future instead of constantly battling. I feel like this is a good starter sci-fi for people who are new to space opera type books. There's not a lot of technical jargon. It's very clear and concise and easy to follow. That being said, there were some things that I didn't vibe with. Sometimes the dialogue felt a little unnatural. The characters might say something that you wouldn't necessarily say. You might write it, but you wouldn't speak it. For instance, at one point, one of the characters says, blah, 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 etc. Like, how often do you really say etc. when you're having a conversation with someone else? Also, I felt like the pacing in this was off at times. So there were some big moments, important events that ended up, being rushed. I really felt that they could have done so much more with that aspect of the story. Not that I'm big into battle scenes, war, I don't particularly love that in my books. But when it is important to the story, there's some big buildup to certain aspects that it is made to seem like it's going to be very important to the outcome. And then he's like, oh, it's broken. Next. Which I just felt could have been done better. It was like really important, and then suddenly it doesn't matter at all. That, and there were some loose ends that were not ever properly addressed or tied up. Namely, at the start of the story, the main character is on a moon. Her team is doing a survey. They come across an alien artifact, and at first they don't realize anything is wrong, and then some horrible things happen. The remaining crew gets put into cryo sleep, and that's kind of the last you see of them. It's never really talked about again. They just kind of he just kind of moves on to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. So much happens in this book, and I feel like there's a lot of bouncing around just to get to the end point. But that being said, there are some really unique characters in this story. One of the best side characters that I absolutely love just happened to be the ship mind of this freighter ship, I think it is. And his name is Grigorovich. And the banter that he has with him and the main character is hilarious. And just some of the things he said made me laugh out loud many times. That, and there are a group of people within this world. They're called entropists. They're basically scientists, but they are super smart, into technological advances and studying anything scientific. And so they kind of work as a hive mind together. So they a lot of times pair up and they kind of speak in unison, or one will start the sentence and the other one will finish it. So that was really interesting. He did some pretty cool things with them. But yeah, I think that it was good. I didn't love the ending. I think the ending could have been a little bit more satisfying. But yeah, I would recommend it. It was, like I said, it was a good sci-fi. Definitely good for people who are new to sci-fi. I breezed through this. I read it pretty quickly. It's, over 800 pages, and I'm not the quickest reader because I spend a lot of my time doing schoolwork and other things, so I may only get 30 minutes to an hour depending each day to read. So, but yeah, I read this in a little over a week, and it was fun, and I'm glad I read it. Hey, so let me know if you've read this book. I would love to chat about it with you in the comments. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more.